My name is Casco Zero Vlogs, and today we are going to be watching Kendra G finally understanding men. She finally understands the man's, like, I don't want to say trouble, but the man experience, the male experience. That's what she understands. I'm not going to say it's like terrible to be a man, because it isn't. If you put the work in, it's great being a guy, but you do have to put the work in. I think she's finally understanding exactly what men are going through. You know, the male experience. All right. So we're gonna see this together, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Without further ado, let's get into the video right now.
Maniac for that trap street.
Because I said that women keep focusing on tall, dark, and handsome with a big penis and six figures, and they're passing up the good guy, the nice guy that wants to take you out. Why should we have to settle, Kendra? We should have somebody on our level. Well, let me share with you guys some data, information that I can confirm.
She's finally understanding, guys.
Over the last 3 years. Okay, so every night I might get 100 single women who are looking for
I'm gonna let her cook a little bit.
Most of these women want committed relationships. Out of those 100 women, I may get 10 men. So let's just start right there. If I have 100 single women and 10 men, automatically every woman is not going to get a man. Just from that right there, okay? There's not enough. Now, out of the 100 women, let's say out of those 10 men, there's only really 2 men and the 100 women. Right there, every woman is not going to get a man and choose because he can. He has the options to do so. Now let's move on to the number one demographic on my show, which happens to be single moms. Single moms that are now looking for a different type of guy than their child, because a lot of women, they usually focus on the outward characteristics.
If you're a single mom, you better be sucking some dick.
He had swag. He had money. I had a baby by him. Now they're realizing the outward characteristics do not matter. It's the inward characteristics that matter most when it comes
to start sucking some dick.
So now the single moms are more focusing on the inner characteristics. And they're looking for this guy, the good guy, the nice guy. That's
why I said in one of my videos, I was like, find a native chick who's like 40. They'll have sex with anything. All right, or any chick that's 40, they'll have sex with anything.
Who may not have all the outwardly attributes.
Make sure she has a kid too.
But now they realize that's what's most important because they have children and they want someone that's going to be in the home and help them raise their kids by the guy that had the big penis that was tall and that doesn't want to be in a relationship, who never want to be in a relationship if they would be out. So the women like myself, I like to call us the boss chicks. Move on to the other category of women that are on my show. The women like myself, I like to call us the boss chicks. We got our own money. We can pay for every single thing ourselves. So we just want a man that's our equal or higher, right? That is the goal. Well, here is the difference. The man that is our equal or higher has a lot of options, right? And he just wants something that's going to fit within his life. Can you fit within my life? Because
I mean, all guys kind of want that, right? It's just that they can't demand it. But she's pretty much spitting facts here, man. I have nothing really bad to say about what she's saying. Kendra's finally starting to understand it. I remember a long time ago, Kevin Samuels asked her a question: when should like a chick settle down? She's like, when they feel like it. And now she's finally starting to get like, okay, these chicks are crazy. At least she does also realize her own insanity. I think that she realized that she'll probably be single forever because she doesn't look good enough, right? And at the same time, she's doing really, really well for herself. So she kind of shot herself in her foot that way. But I think she's like really content with being alone forever.
I'm paying all the bills because I got the money to pay all the bills, period. This man just wants a woman that's going to fit within his life. Are you available? Do you bring him peace of mind? Do you want to cook for him? Can you bear his children? Whatever is important to him, that's what he's going to be seeking. And the unfortunate reality, ladies, is he has a lot more options to choose from because there's a lot of women that want to be married and settle down and be in a relationship. Now, let's talk.
Now, this is one of the main parts that I think that she truly understands. And I don't think enough guys kind of talk about this. I guess not all the male improvement channels are red pilled or are trying to help guys, so this makes a lot of sense. But I've said this time and time again, right? women truly don't understand how much power they have. They control everything, right? Because obviously forcing yourself on a woman is illegal. So they can pretty much control the dynamic on how culture is done. They control the dynamic on how everything is pretty much done in the West. Women have the most power. They can choose who's born, who isn't born, in the majority of all the states. This part is so unbelievably true, and this is why, like nowadays, as long as you work really, really hard as a man, the guys just win because they're giving up the one thing that the guy wants, and once they get that, it's like, and then it's so funny because if one chick doesn't do it, another chick will. So like the chicks that are holding out, they're getting screwed too because it's like, well, I just mess with this chick. Though I must say the chicks that are holding out, they are getting relationships. So I do want to make sure it's clear they are getting relationships, but they're going to be a lot more lonely, at least perceived to be a lot more lonely than the chicks that are giving it out because they're getting slain, right? While the chick that holds the virginity or holds back sex etc. has a really low body count, she can still pair bond with somebody, but she don't have to get through a lot of the guys that are just there to have sex with her, and then it's going to take a long time for her to prove to a guy that she's worth keeping around. So this I really want you guys to listen to right here.
About where your power does lie, women. You have a vagina, so you are powerful, but you are misusing your vagina.
Yep.
You give it away all the time.
Yep.
You say you want to be a wife, but you give it out freely. That's what makes it special. Why should Ray Ray jump to the equation
or Tyrone,
Prince Charming, when you let Pookie have the vagina for chicken? Okay?
Or for free.
You are mismanaging your power, which is your vagina. And your vagina should only go to the man that wants the things that you desire.
Now that is a fact, and I also want to say this real quick, is that it's so funny because a guy, right, if you're bringing the roses, doing all this stuff, doing all this extra stuff, there's some guy that's getting sex from her that doesn't have to do all that. So why would, like, you'll be stupid to bring the flowers and do all that stuff.
If you want a relationship, I don't care if he's tall, dark, handsome, and has 6 figures, he should not get any of your time because he's not an option.
Nah, she's right.
He's not an option for what you desire. Now, I hear you ladies because you'll say, well, Kendra, yeah, there's a lot of vagina out there, but there's not a lot of meat. I'm different. And
no, you're not.
Girlfriend, I agree with that.
No, you're not.
I do agree that every woman is not equal, and some women, just like men, weigh differently. But guess what? You're not acting different, okay? You're not acting different. You're acting like every woman.
Yeah.
So when you come and tell the guy what you're about, I only have sex when I'm in relationships. And then after a month, he didn't give you a relationship, and you still have sex with him.
Listen to this part coming up.
Words are now null and void.
She's killing it.
He now knows, okay, I heard what she said, but her actions did not align with her words. And you think, well, Kendra, I made him wait a month. Girl, you made him wait a month for you.
Yep.
During that month, while you making him wait, he was just getting his shit off with some other girl.
Yep.
Okay? You're not running the game. If you do not stand by your words, then you become like every other
Nah,
woman.
she's spitting, man.
So yes, ladies, this is what I have learned from hosting a dating show for the last 3 years. So I know it's all about Kendra telling me to settle. I'm not telling you to settle. I'm telling you to focus on the man that deserves you. And that should be based on character more than characteristics.
No, she's right.
Characteristics. And time and age will teach you that. And let's break down settling for a second, because I hear that more than anything. Kendra, why should I have to settle? I should get the man that I deserve. I actually agree with you, girlfriend. You should get the man that you deserve, but I think you're focusing on the wrong characteristics when it comes to settling. I think a lot of y'all really haven't dated the man you described.
Sure.
I've dated this man. I dated the tall, dark, very wealthy man. And in those moments, I was settling. I was settling for him dating other women with me knowing about it. I was settling with him mistreating me and accepting it.
Then she has to get a lower quality guy, but then she doesn't want a lower quality guy. So I don't think she was settling either. I just think that she doesn't want to accept her own demise. That's what it is. You're at this level, you're only going to date guys at this level, and guys at this level, that's what they do. They can do what they want. So I don't think that she was necessarily settling, because she's in this little box where it's like, you know, she can't really get out of it. So I don't think she was necessarily settling. I just want to make sure that's really, really clear, because, you know, she's dating a really rich guy or whatever, who's richer than her, then yeah, he gonna smash some. He'll try to keep this YouTube friendly, but he's gonna smash some other cinnamon buns. All right.
Settling that he would not agreed to a committed relationship, and that's what I really wanted. I was actually settling then. I don't think it's settling when you're with a guy who's going to treat you nice, who's going to be there and wants to build a life and a home with you, who's going to...
I don't want to keep cutting this out, but something that I didn't realize that she said, she was being mistreated. I think that matters a lot more for her being mistreated than her being cheated on or stepping out, so to speak. If she's being mistreated, I think that was the main cause of it. Because, I mean, she's a smart chick. She's successful. I think that she realizes that any guy she deals with is going to, you know, mess with other chicks. So I think the main thing that kind of like ended her thing was being mistreated. I do agree with that. Like, you know, if you have like your wife or your main girl or whatever you want to call it, then I think that you should definitely treat her well. I completely agree with that. But notice the key thing that she said, like, I was being mistreated. And then she's like, if I'm being mistreated, then why would I let the guy, you know, step out of the relationship? I'm being mistreated. I think that has a lot to do with it too.
He's there to help you raise the kids that you bear by him. But he might not be tall. And he might not be rich. Or he could be, right? But that doesn't matter because it's the characteristics inside. Change up what you are settling for, okay? Change up what you think settling means and focus on what you really deserve and what you really should be focusing on.
All right, guys. So these are my final thoughts. I think that she was pretty much hit everything on the head. I think she's finally realizing what it really is, man. This is why I keep telling you guys to work so hard as a man. Cause like life is great as long as you have money, you're smart, you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like I always say this. I'm not saying to mistreat women. Just know the game, dude. Like don't mistreat a good chick, right? But the chicks that are garbage, and the majority are garbage. Do what you want with them, man. You know, legally. Make sure that's clear. Legally. Do what you want legally, okay? Don't go out doing roofie to chicks, all right? I said doing roofie. Don't go out going around, you know. I don't know. Was I gonna stop monetization saying that word? Man, I probably messed up. I should probably cut that out. Forget it. I'm gonna leave it in. Don't go out doing illegal activities with women. But as long as it's legal, man, look, it's fair game, man. You know, if she thinks she's gonna get a relationship and you know that she loose, but she want a relationship from you, even though she has sex with the entire football team. Lead her on. Because she doing it to somebody else. There's some simp she leading on. It's fair game, right? But if it's a good chick, right? A really, really good chick who isn't out there all like that, I don't think you should mistreat her, right? So if you have a girl, like a girl you're serious about, don't mistreat her. But at the same time, you got to work hard enough to be the guy that she's talking about. Because she said it herself. You know, Kevin Samuel said this. Fresh and Fit said this. Now she's saying it. Chicks only want a certain type of guy. And I do think that height has a lot to do with it. But if you're that guy, you got every single thing else, but you're lacking height. I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I'm speaking from experience here. Height doesn't really matter like that. Like, you can still get girls. It's really not that hard. You just need to do every single thing around it. And you also need to make sure, as a man, you don't think like the girl's higher than you. Don't have like butterflies around a chick because she's not special. She's not great. It's going to make you weird. I know that you think that she's better than you. And then you're going to act weird, going to stumble, talk weird, stuff like that. So I think it's really important to have the mindset that she's garbage. I think that really helps. Not don't mistreat them, but just have the mindset like outside chicks, they're garbage. And if they're garbage, then you're better than them. You're better than garbage, right? You step on them, they're nothing. I think having that mindset will really help you do a lot better with chicks. But don't go overboard with it where you start mistreating chicks or beating them, being weirdo, stuff like that. Just understand the dynamic that you're up here, a chick is down here. You don't feel some type of way around a child, all right? I mean, like, oh, the child's better than me. Like, I have to listen to the child or your pet or something like that. Like, you tell the pet what to do, and the pet listens. That's how it should be for a woman. The woman don't listen, move on. That's how it should be. But ultimately, I don't want to talk too much in this. I just thought that she was really, really killing it in this video. I think that Kendra's finally starting to understand. And it's nice to see that there's like a cultural shift a little bit when it comes to this dynamic, man and woman dynamic. And hopefully it can be for the better, because a lot of people are starting to really realize that all the guys are winning. When the chicks was back then being silenced and didn't have a voice and couldn't wear all that stuff, men had to actually really be about something. I'm letting you know now, is just the top, 10% of guys are getting all the chicks. So what do you guys think about this, man? If you guys don't know who Kendra G is, look her up. She makes some pretty good content, I personally think. And I'll probably end up just tagging her channel in the description below. But you guys are new to the channel, you guys want to see more of this, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Help me get my video out there in this jungle that we call YouTube. Without further ado, that's going to be it for the video. Remember, I'm not arrogant, I'm just confident, and thank you for watching.